The Democrats who fled to Chicago are expected back in Austin tomorrow, and the showdown in the state house is shaping up to be historic. Republican leaders have reissued arrest warrants, and political theater could be waiting on the House floor. Fox SA's Yami Virhin has followed the drama from San Antonio to Chicago, now back to Austin. Tonight she speaks with a local attorney who was on the House floor during one of Texas's most famous walkouts about what could unfold in just hours from now.
Texas House Speaker Dustin Burrows said on Friday he expects a quorum, the number of representatives needed to vote on a bill, to be restored on Monday. That's when Democrats who fled to Chicago are expected to walk back into the Capitol.
I'm sure you're missing home. Do not think you have permission to return to Texas and enjoy a peaceful weekend before finally showing up to work. DPS will remain active and civil arrest warrants will be reissued. If you are located, you will be compelled to this chamber.
A local attorney who worked inside the state capitol in 1979 during the famous Killer Bees walkout by state senators says tomorrow could look very different than back then.
And in 79, there was a huge controversy when John Connally was running for president in the 1980 primary. And in order to facilitate that election, for him, there was a number of different bills introduced in order to change the rules on the primary so they would favor Connally. And also there was other detriments attached to companion bills that would have fundamentally changed the primary process. And so 12 senators, 12 courageous senators who saw no other way to do it in 1979 decided to sneak out in the middle of the night, and they hid out for about 4 days, and the rest is kind of history.
Tim Maloney remembers when the Killer Bees returned, they were greeted like heroes.
They were victorious. They stopped the bill, and again, it was such a victory lap and victory parade. They came back as conquering heroes, and there was a young Lloyd Doggett. There were some great senators back then. Men of character and just of courage.
But Maloney thinks this time the outcome could be far more confrontational, especially after the actions taken on the House floor on Friday by Republican State Representative Charlie Guerin.
I move that the Sergeant of Arms or officers appointed by her send for all absentees whose attendance is not excused for the purpose of securing and maintaining their attendance under warrant of arrest if necessary, and that this order be continued beyond the adjournment of today's session until the further order of the House.
Sergeant of Arms will lock the doors. They may clear the gallery, and they'll keep them in there. We live in such sinister, ugly, and unfaithful times that I wouldn't be surprised just as a show of force that Abbott does something like, arrest them, handcuff them, parade them in to show that he has rounded them up.
If Democrats are detained, Maloney says it will be more about theater than jail time.
There will be true theater, political theater there as to how they go about it. And they will do silly things like, having the Rangers surround them.
Maloney believes whatever happens Monday, one thing is certain.
All I know is that it's going to be a hell of a show on Monday.
Speaker Burrows has vowed to push through the agenda quickly to get this special second session done by Labor Day. We will be on the House floor to see if all Democrats who fled will be back at the Capitol as expected. Yami Virhin, Fox SA.